This practice is designed for you to really target and activate the lower energy centers. So I'm predominantly working with Muladhara chakra, our root chakra, which is right down at the base of the spine, and it really governs this place of safety and security in the world. These primal conditionings that we have in the early years of our lives, and also coming up into Svadhisthana chakra, our womb space. The entire duration of our practice, we're going to really focus on lengthening the exhale. So we're working with Apana Vayu, this downward driving energy. So we're really targeting these lower energy centers by expanding the belly as we breathe in, navel to spine as we breathe out, really allowing the lower belly to be really soft and full and expressive. And for the whole practice, working with lengthening the out breath longer than the inhale. So we're going to start in a standing position. And we're going to work into some forward folds. So for the most part of the practice, I'll be counting you to keep you in time with the rhythm of your breath. If you need to go faster or slower, then just work with whatever's available to you, okay? So give yourself a couple of centering breaths. Just land here on your mat. And take your hands onto your belly. And feel the softness and fullness of your belly as you breathe in. And breathe out. And just one more breath. Take your hands by your side, and as you breathe in, lift the arms up towards the ceiling. And breathing out for a count of 6 to a forward fold. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your fingers to the floor and hang in your forward fold. Take a big breath in. Feel the belly expand into the upper thighs. Exhale, navel to spine. Reach your fingers forward, lifting up through flat back, all the way back to standing. And exhale again, forward fold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 full breaths in your forward fold. Working, if you like, with a 4 count in breath, 6 count out breath. And as you take your next breath in, stretch the fingers out to reach fingertips to floor, and inhale, coming all the way up through flat back for 4 to standing tall mountain pose. And exhaling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to land in forward fold. 3 big belly breaths here. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. Reaching fingertips forward, rising tall through flat back, mountain pose. And exhale for 6, back to forward fold. fingertips to the floor. 4 full breaths, in for 4, out for 6, staying in your forward fold. Really feeling that surrender and softness in the abdomen so that the belly gently expands and compresses against the upper thighs. I'm really encouraged to keep the knees bent so there's no pressure in the lumbar spine. And then you'll rise up, inhale, pushing into the floor, through flat back, all the way to mountain. Hands beside the body, and just rest, standing tall, eyes gently closed. And feel the energetic influence of those deep forward folds. When we're working with Apana Vayu, this really grounding energy force, it's to really help to stabilize and calm the energy body, and where energy goes, the mind will follow. So the intention is to really calm, ground, and stabilize the mind. Just come to the top of your mat, take a big breath in, fingers to the sky. Forward fold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a little halfway lift. Keep the chin in so the back of the neck is long. We're going to step the left foot back into lunge. If you wish to drop your back knee here, you're most welcome. Otherwise, staying in full Anjaneyasana. Find a little length in the front body. Keep the back of the neck long. Take a little half lift. And as you exhale, twist to the right. Left hand plugs into the floor, right fingertips to the sky. Activate the right inner thigh to the left bicep. Continue to power out, have a lot of energy in that back leg and the left glute. And you're breathing fully and expansively into the belly. Just breathing in for 4. Breathing out for 6. 2 more of those. On an in-breath, bring your right hand to the floor. I'm going to bring the back foot in into pyramid pose. So the left foot is about 1 meter or maybe a little wider away from the front foot. Feet hip distance apart. Take a little halfway lift, lengthen the spine. We're taking a twist to the right, so the left hand will plug down. If this is a little challenging, take a block underneath your hand to twist into your pyramid pose. We've got 5 breaths here. 4 count inhale. 6 count exhale. You really want to make sure that you're pulling the right hip point back. Left hip point is driving forward to keep the pelvis neutral. Lengthen spine so you can get the most out of your twist. And as it starts to get a little heated and a little bit of fire and tapa starts to build, just anchor into the depth of the exhale. Keep the mind stable and calm. You look down towards the left hand. As you breathe in, bring the right hand to the floor. I'm going to step forward, take a little halfway lift. Forward, fold as you breathe out. Hands to your hips, flat back, halfway lift. Back of the neck is long. Stay as you breathe out. Really squeeze the bottom, send the sit bones back. Keep the belly engaged here. Back of the neck is long. Full breath in. Long, slow, controlled breath out. Squeeze your bottom and your hamstrings. Drive your hips forward. Stand tall. Inhale. Hands beside the body. Exhale. And close down your eyes. A couple of centering breaths here. Noticing flow of energy, where energy moves. When we come into some deeper twists, you may feel more of a centering drive of energy around the belly and the torso, as opposed to these deep forward folds, which really allows this deeply embedded grounding energy forces down around the pelvis and into the legs. Fingers to the sky as you take your next breath in. To forward fold as you breathe out. Little half lift, back of the neck is long, keep the chin in. And step the right foot back as you breathe out. Again, here you may wish to drop the back knee. I'll keep mine up. And take a breath in, lengthen the front body like a little half lift. Squeeze the back right glute and the back of the leg. And as you exhale, plug right hand into the floor, left fingertips to the sky. Now we have the left inner thigh magnetized to the right bicep. Squeezing through the central channel. Breathing in for 4. Breathing out for 6. As you take your next inhale, the left hand will come back to the floor. We'll come into pyramid pose. So shifting the position of that right foot. Toes gently turned out on the right, left toes forward. About 1 meter distance between feet. Heels hip distance apart. Take a halfway lift. Really lengthen out through the front body. Then we're taking our twist to the opposite side as you breathe out. Your hand might be on the fingertips like I am on this side. Your hand might be flat on the floor. You may need a block. Wherever you are, intention is to neutralize the alignment of the pelvis. To breathe in for 4, to breathe out for 6, to keep ringing out through that central channel as we assimilate and process any of the lower vibratory and energetic qualities that reside unprocessed in the lower parts of our energy center. Two more breaths here. You'll look down towards the right hand. In breath, left hand will come down. We'll step forward to the top of the mat. Little halfway lift, lengthen out through the back of the neck. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to hips, in breath, flat back. Stay as you breathe out. Squeeze the bottom and the hamstrings, drive the hips forward, push into the earth, lift up, standing tall. Hands beside the body, exhale. Fingertips to the sky on your next breath in. To a forward fold as you breathe out. Through flat back, lengthen spine. Fingers to the earth as you fold. Soften the spine, soften the belly. Halfway lift, inhale. Step the left foot back as you breathe out. From here, we're going to come into a standing split. So just shift your fingertips forward, really drive in through the right heel, lift the back leg off the floor. Keep the back of the neck long. It's okay if that back leg is not high. Mine is pretty much in line with my hips, and that's plenty. We're really mostly just focusing on stability around the pelvic bowl here and the deep forward fold and that standing leg. 3 more breaths, breathing in for 4. Breathing out for 6. And at the end of that exhale, land back slowly to downward facing dog. Keep the back of the neck long. Find that 4-6 breath. And for 5 breaths here, at the end of the exhale, we're going to retain the breath for a count of 2 and gently draw up the pelvic floor, activating the Mula Bandha, this gentle root lock where you engage the perineum, the pelvic floor, the sex organs all lift up. So as you take your in-breath, everything is soft and full and expansive. And as you breathe out, lock out for 6. Hold the breath, activate Mula Bandha, squeezing the lower energy centers. Release them as you breathe in. And then we'll make our way down into a restful child's pose and bring the breath into the belly. Arms beside the body, forehead down to the floor. 5 breaths. And then rise up to a kneeling position. Just bring your hands to your lap, spine long, crown of head lifting proudly, back of neck is long. And then just Take a moment to tune into this pranic sensitivity, to notice the impact of your practice on your energy body and on the quality of your mind. It's important to note that this Apana Vayu practice, this moon practice, we're really tapping into this grounding force and working with the lower energy centers. You can stir up any of the shadow aspects that are unprocessed and unintegrated in our systems. So if that's happening for you, if you're feeling a little triggered or there is a distraction in the mind, and then we cultivate tapas, this process of purification, by continuing to choose to stay even though it's there. And then we'll come all the way up to the top of the mat. Fingers will rise to the sky as you breathe in. Forward fold as we breathe out. Take a little half lift. And the right leg steps back. And we're coming into that standing split. So reaching the fingertips forward, press into the left foot, lift the right leg, heel in line with right butt cheek. And then allow the chin to kiss the chest to keep the back of the neck long. 4 counts in, 6 counts out. Working with the stability in that standing leg, really strong and stable through the lateral aspects of the pelvic girdle. And just a little bit of spiciness, a little bit of heat, a little bit of effort, so that we can create a little fire in the practice. Opportunity to see into the nature of the mind when things get a little bit harder. And you'll gently touch back down. And we'll land in downward facing dog. So again here, 4 counts in, 6 counts out. Kumbhaka, retention of the breath at the end of the exhale. When we activate Mula Bandha, squeezing up the physiological aspects of the lower energy centers, pelvic floor, sex organs, perineum. And then releasing the contraction as you breathe in for 4. You're going to take right leg to sky on your next in-breath, so whenever that arises, 3-legged dog. And then we'll transition through to a lunge. We're going to come into revolved half moon. You may need a block for this. Left hand will reach forward, so it will come underneath your face as you power into the right leg. Left leg lifts, just like in your standing split, and then take a twist to the right. 4 in, 6, out for 3 breaths. And inhale will bring your arm down and your forward fold at the top of your mat as you breathe out. Half lift as you breathe in, back of neck long. Right leg steps back to lunge as you breathe out. Revolve, half moon. Vritta Ardha Chandrasana as the left hand takes flight. If this is really challenging, you might just want to keep the hand on the hip. Keep the rotation happening through the thoracic spine. In breath, will release your left hand to the floor. Forward fold at the top of the mat, as you forward fold. Half lift as you breathe in, bring your hands to your hips. Stay in the half lift as you breathe out. Come tall, squeeze the bottom, lift, 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 back body super strong. Hands beside the body as you breathe out. We're going to make our way into a wide-legged forward fold, and we're going to work with some twisting here. We're going to continue to challenge the exhale and lengthen out for a count of 8. If that feels a little too much, then just work with a count of 6 and just hold the breath for the final 2 counts. So it'll be an inhale for 4, an exhale for 8, or an inhale for 4, exhale for 6, hold for 2. Edges of the feet are parallel to the edges of your mat, fingertips to the sky. Left fingertips to the floor. As you fold forward, right fingertips to the sky. So it's an in for 4, an out for 8. Two more. The in-breath will bring you back, right arm to floor. And then we'll stay in a forward fold, just equal breath in and out into the belly. And you bring your hands to your hips as you breathe in. Stay as you breathe out. Squeeze the bottom as you breathe in, drive up to standing. Hands beside the body, exhale. Arms reach up to the side, in-breath. Twist to the opposite side, right hand to the floor, left fingertips to the sky. Breathing in for 4. Breathing out for 8. Left arm to the earth as you breathe in. Forward fold, equal breath into the belly as you stay in your wide-legged fold. Hands to your hips as you take an in-breath, lengthen spine, halfway lift. Stay for the out-breath, exhale. Squeeze the bottom, drive the hips, lift up, tall. Hands beside the body as you breathe out. Just notice the subtle influence of the practice on your energy body. And then we'll make our way down onto our bottom. Should be quite open in the hamstrings now after all the work we've done, but if you're naturally quite tight, you can just simply take a little block or a little towel underneath your sit bones just to give the pelvis a gentle anterior tilt. You keep the legs really active here. Take your fingers to the sky as you breathe in. I'm going to fold forward for a count of 4. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 4. All the way back up. Exhaling for 5. Folding. 2, 1. In for 4. All the way back up. Fold, exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 4, lift. Out for 7. In for 4, lift. Lengthening out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a hold of the shins or feet, whatever you can reach. Take a half lift, in breath, lengthen back of neck. Exhale, stay here as you breathe out. Draw belly to spine, activate Mula Bandha, squeezing up pelvic floor, engaging that root lock. And when you need to breathe in, release the root lock, in breath. And exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, breath in, lengthen collarbones, keep back of neck long. Exhale, engage root lock, squeeze everything, lift everything. Exhale it all out. Hold it there for as long as you can. The retention at the end of the out breath, and rest, awareness in that spaciousness of stillness, of nothingness. And when you need to, breathe in. Hold forward, exhale. In breath, lift up, half lift. Exhale, engage, squeeze everything in and up. Keep activating, stay, rest in that space of no breath. And whenever you need to, breathe in and fold forward. One more of those. Breath in, half lift, back of neck long. Exhale it all out, activate the root lock. We're going to stay here, resting in that place of kumbhaka, retention of the breath for as long as you possibly can. Let there be no force or effort. And whenever you feel like you need to breathe in again, you can. Just be really gentle with yourself. Effortless effort. And when you land back in your restful forward fold, 5 breaths into the belly. You'll rise up to a seat, legs extended, spine long, crown of head lifting up towards the sky. And just bathe in that space of grounded connection, of integrated stillness, calm, abiding mind. Come onto the back, draw the knees into the chest. And just take any spinal twist that you have against the left to begin with. And just give yourself 5 breaths in your twist. You'll come back to center and take the twist to the opposite side. And make your way onto your back into Shavasana. As you land in Shavasana, just noticing the gentle undulation of the belly as you breathe in and out. And allow the exhale to soften and release, surrender the body into this deep-seated connection into the earth. Noticing the effort drifting away, the breath to become easeful, but to continue focusing on the breath moving the belly up and down, feeling weighted, heavy, connected, grounded. Then let the awareness drift. Let go of any effort and awareness of the breath, the body, the grounding forces. And bathe in the qualities that you've created for yourself through your practice. And bring your awareness back to the breath and the body, heavy on the earth. The quality of your energy body, quality of your mind. And we'll transition into a seat over the next 5 to 10 breaths for meditation. We're going to do a variation of Nadi Shodhana combined with Chandra Bedana. It's an alternate nostril breathing breath practice. We're only going to breathe in through the left nostril. This is our lunar channel, our moon channel, our feminine channel. It's our cooling, stabilizing, grounding force. And we'll breathe out only through the right. So you're going to take your right hand, peace fingers in between the eyebrows, so that you have your ring finger and thumb available to block off the nostrils. So you'll block off the right nostril with your thumb as you breathe in through the left nostril. Block the left nostril with the ring finger and breathe out through the right. And continue that cycle. Block the right nostril, inhale through the left. Block the left and exhale through the right. We're going to keep the breath equal, so breathing in for either 4 or 6 or 8, whatever you have capacity for, that is a seamless, effortless control of the breath. And keeping it equal, so Samavritti is an equal breath, so it'll be in for 4 and out for 4, or in for 8, out for 8, whatever count you're working with. And do 5 rounds of that. And then you're going to integrate a retention of the breath at the end of the exhale. So if you're working with a 4 count inhale, 4 count exhale, just hold the breath out for a count of 2. If you're working with a 6 count inhale, 6 count exhale, hold the breath out for a count of 4. And if you're working with an 8 count in, 8 count out, hold the breath out for a count of 6. And we're going to do that 10 times. So whatever length the in and out breath is, the retention is just 2 counts less at the end of the exhale. Little extension on that pranayama practice for you, if you wish, is during the retention at the end of the in-breath, if you would like to continue working with Mula Bandha, the engagement of the perineum, pelvic floor, sex organs, a contraction in the lower energy centers as you hold the breath. And then as you take the inhale through the left nostril, you'll let all of that go. If that all feels a little bit too much or too complicated, then just work with whatever you've got. And when you finish those 10 rounds, just take both hands down comfortably onto your thighs or your lap. And just bathe in that spaciousness, that groundedness, the coolness and the connectedness of the lunar prana practice. And then I'm going to guide you through an Apana Vayu Kriya meditation. This is an alternative to the still lake of the mind. If you prefer the still lake of the mind, you can stop the video and put that on instead. This is an alternate moon meditation kriya for you. As you breathe in, you are going to allow all thoughts, feelings, emotions, mental afflictions, distractions, and limitations to come into your consciousness and drive them down the full length of your spine for the whole length of your inhale to land at the very tip of the tailbone, the very tip of your spine. So as you breathe in, drawing in, welcoming in, inviting in thoughts, feelings, actions, behaviors, emotions, disturbances, let them come into your awareness, into consciousness, and drive them all the way down the length of the spine as you breathe in. And you can just simply rest awareness as you breathe out at the base of the spine. Until you breathe in again, invite in, gather in. any thoughts, feelings, mental afflictions, obstructions to your freedom, energies, beliefs that carry a dense vibrational quality to come into your awareness and down your spine for the full in-breath, to peak and pull at the bottom of your spine as you breathe out, rest awareness there. So just allow whatever is there to come to the surface. There may be memories, ideas, judgments, criticisms, pains, hurts, fears. Whatever is arising, just allow it to seamlessly float into your awareness and carry it down with the in-breath through your energy channel to land at the base of your spine. Continue that practice. And as this gathering of information of these qualities and emotions, tendencies, thoughts, behaviors, feelings that carry a lower vibrational quality, these are coming into consciousness from lower energy centers: fear, judgment, shame, rage, anger. And you draw them in and pull them down at the base of your spine. And just give yourself 5 more breaths, 5 more conscious moments to gather whatever is there and willing and wanting to be processed and integrated into your consciousness, into your energy body today. And then as you take your next in-breath, you're going to sense or visualize an electric blue inverted triangle, so that the peak of the triangle is pointing down and connects with that energy center where all of that information has pulled at the base of your spine. And as you breathe in, you sense or notice or see an electrification, this beautiful, vibrant blue light traveling along the edges, the container of this triangle. And as you breathe out, every exhale, like a lightning strike through the apex of the triangle, carries, transmutes all of this information through an electrical bolt-like effort into the center of the Mother Earth. So sensing, feeling, visualizing this inverted triangle, the peak of which rests right on top of this pooling of thoughts, feelings, emotions, energies at the base of your spine, and electrocutes, shoots lightning bolts of electrified blue straight down into the earth and carries with it all of what came into your consciousness. Allowing yourself to let the Mother receive all of these dense, low vibrational qualities, all of these thoughts, feelings, words, actions, behaviors that you no longer need to carry with you. Know that the heart of the Mother is so open and inviting and welcomes all of this. And she will use it as compost to create something magical, to fertilize the soil, to plant new seeds, to grow new beautiful things. Every exhale, an invitation to release it, to let it go, to allow this electrified blue triangle to carry it down into the Mother Earth. And whenever you feel like you have given that permission to leave your awareness, your body, your energy, sense your body a pillar of strength and courage, open and vibrant, illuminated in the quality of this moon practice, stable, calm, and rest your awareness in the subtle vibratory qualities of this stability and calmness. The invitation is to stay in this space, to bathe in the qualities of this practice, for as long as you wish. Namaste.